Good morning, my friends. It is Wednesday, the 11th of August. What did I want to say? I forget. I'm just going to bring you along for a quick full day of eating. I wasn't going to because I think I'm going to have two other videos today. My weigh-in video, and then there was a tag that I need to do. Oh, I'm stirring oatmeal and I see the steam coming up in the camera lens. But I don't know, I think it's going to be a really great day of eating and just want to bring you along. We are having oatmeal for breakfast. Doug's having the chunky monkey bowl that he loves so much. Basically, it's just oatmeal with a dollop of some sort of nut butter. I'll probably use almond butter today. And then some sliced up banana and some nuts on top. And if I use almond butter, I'll use almonds. So that will be his. For mine, I think I will just have the bowl of oatmeal and, I also put a little bit of brown sugar in his and a little bit of half and half. For mine, I will probably put in a little bit of monk fruit, a little bit of half and half, just to kind of loosen up the oatmeal a little bit. And then I have about 3 tablespoons of blueberry syrup left over from yesterday. I had made sourdough pancakes yesterday, and I made homemade blueberry syrup to go on it, and that is 0 points. I have about 3 tablespoons left, so I think I'm going to swirl that into my oatmeal. I might throw some fresh blueberries in there too. I don't have any in the fridge. I do have some fresh blueberries that I froze, so I might put those in there. I'll see. I don't know. And that will be breakfast. Now for lunch, I plan on making a roasted tomato margarita pizza. I'm just going to use a sourdough crust because it's just easier than making, I don't feel like dealing with making dough today. But I'm going to do just a sourdough crust, which is just a plopping, like a half a cup of sourdough into a hot cast iron skillet. And then I'm going to roast some tomatoes because we've got tomatoes coming out our ears. I was going to make some mozzarella this morning, and honestly, I just didn't get to it. And I like my mozzarella to sit for 24 hours before we eat it. So I am not going to do that. I do have some fresh mozzarella in there that I purchased at the store that needs to be used. So I should probably just use that anyway. I'm going to put that on there and some basil. And then for dinner, we are having chicken fajitas tonight. So I personally like my fajitas served over brown rice, not necessarily on a tortilla. So I will probably eat mine served over rice. We'll see. And if that's what I do, they're going to be 0 points. So I figure I can spend some points on a pizza for lunch. Yeah, that's where I'm at. So I thought it's a really great day of eating with some really good food. So I thought, what better day to bring you along, even though it's going to be video overload for me today, if we get that tag done at lunchtime. So that's where I'm at. The timer is going to go off in 20 minutes for my oatmeal. So I will be back and show you what it looks like in the bowl. Here is my breakfast this morning. I underestimated how much blueberry syrup I had left. I only had about a tablespoon, but it's just enough to flavor it. So I have 1 cup of cooked oats. That is 4 points on blue and green, 0 on purple. And I have my blueberry syrup, which is 0 points on all plans. So purple, 0 points. Green and blue, 4 points. So I just got home from running a couple errands and I sliced up a couple tomatoes. This is 4 small tomatoes, yellow and red. I brushed or sprayed some olive oil from my little misto on there and then brushed it. Salt and pepper, and I'm just going to pop these in a 400-degree oven and roast them, I don't know, for about 10 minutes or so. I'll check them. And this is going to be the base of our roasted tomato margarita pizza. So I'll show you how I put it together. I'll show you when these come out. Okay, the tomatoes are roasting. My cast iron skillet heated up, so I took 1 cup of sourdough starter and put it in the hot skillet. And as you can see, it's already really kind of cooked. I'm just going to pop that back in the oven for about 8 minutes until it's all the way cooked through. Finish off the pizza, put it back in the oven, and you'll see it. Okay, the roasted tomatoes are out of the oven. The crust is out of the oven, so I laid them on there. And now I'm just going to lay out the fresh mozzarella on top. I'm going to weigh it out. I'll probably put more on Doug's side than my side. Pop it back in the oven until that's melted. Pull it out, put some basil on it, and it'll be ready. Okay, here is the pizza out of the oven. The whole pizza is 20 points. So a quarter of it, which is a nice size chunk, is 5 points, and that is for all plans. I ended up putting 3 ounces of the fresh mozzarella on there, and that was 8 points, and the crust is 20 points. You can 12 points. You can definitely go lower by using 2 ingredient dough or busy kitchen dough. I just did not have time for that this morning, and it was just easier for me to throw a cup of sourdough into my skillet. So there is our lunch today. I'm not quite sure how much I'm going to eat yet. I have all my points left. Okay, we just finished lunch. How was it?
That was yummy. That was really yummy.
It was so good. I want to make it again and again and again. There's really no recipe. So honestly, just slice some tomatoes and roast them. I probably ended up roasting them at 450 for about 20 minutes. They were sliced pretty thin. And then I used a spatula to take them off the parchment paper and put them onto the pizza crust. Whatever kind of pizza crust you use, just par bake it for about 8 minutes, and then put your tomatoes on, put the fresh mozzarella on. The fresh mozzarella, I think, is what makes it like not regular mozzarella, but the fresh. And then I just drizzle a little balsamic on there with chopped up basil. So it was awesome because it was so homemade. It was my sourdough starter. It was tomatoes from our garden and basil from our garden, and just delicious. So definitely give that a try. It is dinner time. Not very appetizing looking, is it? It's from all the seasoning. So we are having chicken fajitas tonight. I am choosing to have them over rice. So I have about 3/4 of a cup of brown rice, 0 on purple, 4 on blue, and 4 on green. Then I have my chicken fajita mixture, which is 0 on purple, 0 on blue, and green. I'd probably throw 2 points at it for the chicken. Depends on how much you put on there. Then I have 1 tablespoon of light sour cream. I can have up to 2 for 1 point. I think 1 is still 1 point though. So who knows, maybe I'll throw a little more on there. So for me on purple, this is a 1 point dinner. If you're on blue, it's a 5 point dinner. And if you're on green, it is a 7 point dinner. The guys are having them on tortillas, but I chose not to do that tonight. Well, my friends, that is it for me for the night. I am going to have a little bit of dessert. I'm going to have some peach cobbler. I made a peach cobbler. Doug and I were outside cleaning out the chicken coop. We did the run and the coop. And it was like a Harry Potter sky. It kept getting darker and darker and darker. We got done pretty much just in time. Now it is storming like crazy. I'm really bummed. I hope it stops soon because Adam is at a scavenger hunt tonight. The swim club, our swim club, every year before the kids go back to college, they have this staff scavenger hunt. It used to be like clues it used to be a list of items you had to find. And each item had a particular value. The last couple years they switched it up because we have this new thing at the club called Mr. Quack. It's a rubber duck, and every day the manager or one of the senior guards hides Mr. Quack, and the kids have to find him, and whoever finds Mr. Quack at the club wins like a Laffy Taffy or a popsicle or something. So a couple years ago when Mr. Quack started, they changed the scavenger hunt to rubber ducks. They hide rubber ducks like all around like the 3 surrounding towns and give clues where to find the rubber ducks. So that's what the kids are doing tonight. I just hope they can do it. It stinks. But hopefully it'll stop raining and stop storming soon, because they don't actually start until 8:30. So, and it's 8 o'clock now, so we will see. I had a fantastic day on plan. For breakfast I had my oatmeal. For lunch I had that pizza. I ended up eating another slice, so it was 10 points for me. But I had a 0 point breakfast and a 2-point dinner. So I had more than enough room for it, and I have room for a little bit of peach cobbler tonight. So let's figure this out, shall we? On the purple plan, 10, 11, 12 points plus my cobbler, which will be 3, because I'm not going to have a full serving, I don't think. Actually, we're just going to say 4. I will be right at 16 points on the purple plan. And on the blue plan, I will be, let's see, 4 for breakfast, 10 for lunch, that's 14. Dinner would be 14, 15, 16, 20. Plus the cobbler would make it 24, so I'd be over 1 on the blue plan. And the green plan, it would be 4 and 10 is 14, plus the cobbler is 18, plus dinner would be 2, 3, 7. So 21 on the green plan, does that sound right? I think so. So anyway, that is my day today. Just goes to show you, I am within points on all 3 plans except 1 over on the blue. Is that right? It must be. So what I would do if I was on the blue plan, I would have either reduced my amount of rice I ate. I would have maybe had a smaller portion of cobbler, like just a 2-point portion or something, or not eating 10 points worth of pizza at lunch. So just goes to show you, you can pretty much work any plan. But, you know, with the purple plan, you have to worry about your portions, because just because the brown rice was 0, I had 3/4 of a cup. I did not have 3 cups of rice. This morning, I had 1 cup of oatmeal, not 3. So you still have to worry about your portions, just like with all the plans. But anyway, that's it. I am going to go get my cobbler. Philly's game is in a rain delay. So I'm going to snuggle up with my book and do some reading. Thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you all on Friday when I show you my menu plan for next week. It is the Adam plan for next week. He planned out the dinner menu. So I will talk to you later, my friends.